Yo, man, what YouTube is your boy Mechanics, aka Mr. Nepper Woman, Ted David. We get MTV Cribs was extremely fake. Here's evidence. Let's watch it.
50 cents Ferraris, they were rented. Robbie Williams' castle home, it belonged to someone else. MTV Cribs wasn't exactly legit.
And we said that was my house.
Oh, that wasn't your house?
No, it's all lies.
And nothing shows this better than the episode with Ja Rule. He flexed his 5-bedroom mansion on Star Island in Miami, where he talked about living beside other famous celebrities. The house was so familiar that Ja Rule named each area, calling his courtyard the Open Paradise, which was patrolled by his guard dog Cookie. It was shown in the intro that the property was a rental, but this was assumed to be on a long-term basis, given he knew almost everything about the mansion. However, as it turns out, Ja Rule's house on Cribs was actually a 4-day rental, which was exposed in the most embarrassing way, by lawsuit. Ja Rule paid $46,000 for the 4-day lease, promising the mansion's owner it'd be used as a private home for 8 adults with no video shoots and no loud parties. Well,
No
Ja Rule
video shoots, no loud. So hold on. If it was fake, did the producer tell him, "Oh, say this, say that"? Cause how is it fake? Like, did they tell him, "Oh, say this, say that"? Boom, you say this, we give you this money. Like, because I watched a couple episodes of MTV Cribs. Even though I wasn't able to grow up watching it, but I watched it on YouTube. It looked good to me, but I want to see how it was fake, you know what I'm saying?
Shooting his MTV episode whilst having a party with over 600 people. In the process, holes were punched in the walls, furniture and doors were damaged, the driveway somehow cracked, while condoms and syringes were left throughout the house. As a result, Ja Rule and MTV were sued for $1 million, but at least it looked like a house that Ja Rule would live in, as the Yin Yang Twins crib was laughably out of character. The Atlanta gangster rapping duo opened the door revealing the most suburban house, filled with fish tanks, sailing boats, and sea-related artwork.
We waving like the sea. We decorated this ourselves now.
That mansion was definitely decorated by some old white people, not the Yin Yang Twins.
Bro, if it was decorated by the Yin Yang Twins, bro, all that little boats would not be in there. Probably some hoop, probably like a basketball hoop, something like that. You feel me? Like, nigga probably have a dog, a pit bull. Come on, bro. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Niggas decorate differently than other white people. You feel me? We don't. Come on, niggas. You're telling me we put in pictures of boats and not. Come on now.
Clearly,
Let's
just
be
a
honest now.
random old white guy's house that likes to fish and likes boats.
They'd even argue over where they bought appliances and had to improvise names for each of the fish. You can tell the Yin Yang Twins have never been in that house. It seemed they at least owned the vehicles at the end, as the cars displayed by Bow Wow were rented for the show. He was just 18 years old during his first Cribs appearance, but despite having starred in some high-profile movies, it seemed unrealistic that he could afford a 6-bedroom mansion and a fleet of luxury cars. With his name airbrushed above his bed, it seemed as though Bow Wow at least owned the house, although the luxury vehicles were a little more suspicious, because 2 years later he'd go on the show again, during which a viewer made an observation. We had MTV Cribs running in the background and watched 21-year-old Bow Wow show off his bachelor pad in Miami, along with his pimped out Bentley, Lamborghini and Cadillac Escalade. But then we noticed the word Prestige at the bottom of all 3 cars and decided to Google Prestige Rental Cars Miami, and what do you know, there it was. Prestige was the name of the company that Bow Wow rented the cars from, which was likely encouraged by the show, as Birdman also used the service during his appearance. Regardless, people clowned on Bow Wow, stating, "Ha ha ha, I wonder if he rented the condo too," which by looking at his life was also highly likely. For example, he'd post his Ferrari to his Instagram, writing, "Take the drop top to the night spot. Keep the California in California."
Honestly,
We went hard to...
what is wrong with... Hold on, y'all. What is wrong with, like, renting cars? I'm confused. I mean, I understand because when these rappers talking about they got money this and flexing money this and flexing money that, people gonna think you got it, and then when they find out you been online the whole time, they gonna make fun of you. They gonna laugh. They're gonna make jokes. They're gonna make TikToks and this and that, but I didn't know MTV Cribs was fake. I thought it was real. I didn't know it was fake. Like the Bow Wow episode I watched, I thought it was real because he had his Bow Wow name on the thing. So I'm like, oh, so he probably own his house, but shit, it probably unless MTV convinced him some money, but.
Night Grammy Weekend, which was then reposted by a car rental company who accidentally exposed our good friend Bow Wow pulling up to the Grammys with our Ferrari California. 1 year later, it was exposed for flexing a rented Hollywood mansion, but the worst example was in 2017 when he'd post this to his Instagram. He showed the private jet he was taking to his concert, yet the very same day this Snapchat went viral. So this guy Lil Bow Wow is on my flight to NY. But on Instagram, he posted a picture of a private jet caption traveling to NY today, shaking my head. Turns out Bow Wow's picture of his private jet had been taken from a limo company's website, prompting people to dig even deeper, discovering—
What? Oh, nah, what? He was sending a screenshot. He was sitting there screenshotting pictures like it was his own and posting it. I didn't, what? Bro, what be able to say? What are some of these rappers, bro? What? This what happened? So, bro, so all these rappers that be flexing on his money and cars, bro, it's probably rented the whole time. Y'all, we've been lied to. We've been lied to. What? Nah.
He'd done this on more than one occasion. It seems his MTV Cribs episode led to years and years of faking luxury, but as mentioned in Bow Wow's expose, 50 Cent had done a similar thing. 50 Cent's episode was the definition of excess. He showed his 19-bedroom, 35-bathroom mansion, which included a squash court, movie theater, recording studio, and its very own nightclub. Equally impressive was his car collection, which included 4 different rare collectible Ferraris, leading him to state—
I actually watched that exact episode, and that's probably one of my favorite episodes. I didn't even know that they faked these, like they did rent it and they faked it. I didn't know they faked these MTV Cribs. I never knew that.
When you was watching Cribs, because everybody ain't got these.
Yet it seems 50 Cent didn't have them either. Each Ferrari had little numbers on their windshields, leading to a forum post reading: if you notice the small white numbers in the top left-hand corner of the windshields on the F50 and Enzo, those are the numbers of the cars that were in the Hartford Concorso parade, which was confirmed when the user posted these photos. Another forum member added, it's pretty obvious that they aren't his, because it's a known fact that there's only one yellow Enzo in CT, which was owned by a pretty well-known hedge fund manager. Well, someone else then officially confirmed. The Ferraris are unfortunately not 50 Cent's. He invited my friend over to his house for this, and my friend let him use his cars for the episode, and they were filming some music videos that day as well. The Enzo F50 and 599 all belonged to one owner. When 50 Cent later filed for bankruptcy, he'd admit the cars—
Man. I'm thinking about niggas, bro. They gonna fake until they make it, and niggas be lying, bro. That's why you can't trust niggas, man. Niggas fake until they make it, and niggas be lying what they think they have, what they have, but niggas do not really have it.
were rented.
That's why some of these rappers that you really think they be flexing all this money in cars, them niggas really do not have that shit, bro. They just do it for the gram, for the social media, and then they return the shit back.
Instead pay off debts by selling his mansion, therefore joining the likes of JoJo, who admitted to doing MTV Cribs while she was actually homeless. JoJo showed MTV through her Cape Cod vacation home, where she supposedly loved spending her summers. It was therefore a little weird that she'd invite her extended family, but she'd reveal the reason for this exactly 10 years later. JoJo was asked about the episode in a Huffington Post interview, to which she'd respond it was so ridiculous. The thing is, we didn't have a home at that point. My mum and I were living out of suitcases and were mostly in hotels. So that was actually my uncle's house on the Cape. That wasn't my house, that wasn't my stuff. I should have balled hard and been like, welcome to my crib, look at how luxurious it is, and I should have rented out a place. But no, I just used my uncle's crib. JoJo further clarified.
So we went to the Cape, which I've never been to the Cape. I never go to the Cape. And we said that was my house.
Oh, that wasn't your house?
No, that was not my house. We brought in some items that I had. It's just It's all lies.
Should also answer the question,
Why even bother doing the episode then?
For the exposure.
Oh, okay.
but no episode
Makes
was
sense.
faker than the one by Robbie Williams. He showed MTV his massive British castle, talking about the spots where he'd been snapped by paparazzi. He then shows his group of friends before making a joke,
I don't really know these people, but what I do is I actually phone Rent-A-Friend.
but apparently he'd also phoned Rent-A-Castle. You see, the building was so big that people recognized it as the famous St. Catherine's Court, which was owned by someone else completely, Jane Seymour. She had no idea that Robbie
What?
ever went there, or that he'd hired a fake butler to help out with the shoot. It wouldn't be until 17 years later that Robbie finally
You're telling me all these episodes I watched, all these episodes from MTV Cribs is fake the whole damn time. All this is fake?
admitted, we didn't let Jane know that I was gonna pretend it was my house. And because I was like 23 and full of spunk, I didn't even consider other people's thoughts or feelings. So I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to Jane Seymour, but it might not have even been Robbie Williams' fault. Because Redman explained in a DJ Vlad interview that MTV tried to get him to rent a house for Cribs,
They wanted me to rent a house so I can open the big double doors and shit like, yo, look at my shit, you know.
with MTV trying to choose the home themselves.
The first thing they said was, all right, we got a couple of houses picked out for you. Wow. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, Redman simply refused.
So that's how they did it? Renting a house and act like it's your house?
Say, you know what, now, I don't want to rent a house. I want y'all to come to my house.
Accidentally making the show's most relatable episode. He brought MTV Cribs to his 2-bedroom apartment, where he ironed his shirts on the floor and flexed his frozen fish fillets.
That's
Redman's
real, man.
recording studio was just a messy bedroom, whilst the rest of his house was in such disarray, you could barely notice his cousin sleeping on the ground. He concludes the episode stating, next time y'all need to find me, just rub these 2 wires for the doorbell.
Don't worry about the screen too. You know it's still good.
The realest episode of MTV Cribs. Redman didn't fake it.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Bro, like, why they gotta fake it, bro, to see what it actually, like... Come on, bro, you gotta fake to act like... Come on, bro. That's gonna make MTV look stupid in the rap... Come on. And let me know what you think down below, man. I never knew the MTV Crib was fake. That's crazy. That's crazy.